down, chop it down, chop it down, you gon' chop it down. Chop it down, you gon' chop it down. Damn, set, watch him throw the ball, we gon' pick it off. You gon' let him hit the hole or you gon' cut it off. You gon' play through fourth and long or you gon' punt it off. Your defenders, heavy hitters, put your pads in. Don't be looking for the ref to throw no flags in. Keep the helmet on, keep the cleats tight. You the type to want to win by any means, right? You should look alive. This is Trap or Die.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to another Trap or Die podcast. I'm your host of the Trap or Die podcast, Mual, in here with AJ, in here with Dre. We got a special bonus episode this week, man. NFL OG, big dog at the tight end position. And then he's a versatile individual, man. He got a lot of things going on post NFL career as well. Vernon Davis is joining us on this episode of Trap or Die podcast. What's going on, big time? How you feeling, man?
What's going on, man? Feeling good. Good to be here.
Absolutely. And obviously, you had your, first of all, you're from the area, but you had your stint with Washington as well. And you kind of have a glimpse of what was, and then obviously the season that they're having now, obviously being 7-3. Unfortunate that they couldn't be 8-2 as you hopped on with us. But 7-3 still trending upwards, no doubt about it. What is kind of some of your thoughts on what's taking place midway through the 2024 season with these guys?
Yeah, I think for the most part, I believe that they have the synergy that they have is everything that you want in a winning team. They're playing together both offensively, defensively, as well as special teams, and then the upper management for them to be able to change owners. And I think that's a wonderful thing because we're seeing what's happening. Change isn't a bad thing. A lot of times people think that it's actually for the betterment of what's going on. And right now we're witnessing the impact of the new owners. And I think they're doing a great job.
Hey, Vernon, if I could jump in real quick, I just wanted to say, man, watching you in San Francisco was something special. I mean, you were legendary up there. But I had this envy watching you because being a local fan, I'm like, man, he a local dude from D.C. I wish he was doing that for the home team. But then you got your opportunity to suit up for the home team. Talk about that experience and what that was like for you. And also, who were you a fan of growing up?
Oh, I was always a fan of the Washington Commanders. And I grew up.
You can say Skins too if you want to. No, you safe.
What'd you say?
I said you can say Redskins if you want to, man. You safe over here, bro. Well, you played for the Redskins.
You know what? I'm so used to saying Commanders now, man. It's like, do I want to say Redskins? But the Commanders, it's all good though. But I grew up rooting for them, and to be able to come back home and play for the team that I grew up watching and the team that I had love for was quite an experience, man. And it's something I wouldn't trade for anything. But my time in San Francisco was a great opportunity. Leaving college, you can imagine, as a kid that's 22 years old, young man growing, learning, and playing for an organization that had a lot of tradition, a great legacy. It was a great experience.
Yeah, for me, I just wanted to take a quick little pivot. Working in the sports world, you don't see too many guys pivot into business and entrepreneurship like how you have, whether it be with investments or whatever the case is. How did you come about investing in Katia in this beautiful building, Tribeca, that's downtown DC?
Well, for me, it's I was always doing the things that I wanted to do when I was playing, and I tell all the younger guys, I'm like, whatever it is that you think you want to do, go for it. The biggest lesson that we can learn is through failure. Failure is our biggest teacher, and I've always taken chances, and that's the thing that has allowed me to find the opportunities that I've been able to find. And going back to my to my roots, which is Washington, D.C., being able to give back and create opportunities for myself and invest alongside notable entrepreneurs and people who are in the business of real estate, private equity, and things of that nature. But that's what it was. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And I've been able to leverage and create great relationships throughout my time in Washington, D.C. And that's how I was presented the opportunity to be a part of wonderful projects like Tribeca.
One thing that I actually want to spin back to, Dre mentioned it, your time here with Washington. You know, you had an iconic moment, honestly, in 2019. You know, it still plays around when Philly plays Washington. The hurdle on the sideline for the touchdown, breaking a couple tackles. A few people thought you was out of bounds, or thought you went out of bounds, but you ended up scoring, housing it. In that same game, the boy Terry McLaurin went stupid. You know a little bit about Terry and what he brings to a team, and that year in particular, Jay Gruden always made mention that he hit him prior to the start of the season intentionally. Are you surprised with? I mean, Terry went through a lot with what he's going through, like with the quarterback position. But he's having a hell of a season this year. What do you kind of know about Terry in your brief moments with him, but also like the player that he's become today? I think he's like what, 5th or 4th in the NFL in terms of receiving yards. Like he's up there, top 5 receiver statistically.
Well, I was when Terry first came in, my last year with the Washington Commanders. I saw it. I saw it in him right away. I knew exactly what he was going to be. I mean, this guy, he was catching everything. He was running routes. He was destroying my teammates in practice when it came to running routes and just overall playmaker. I said, this guy's going to be something. He's going to be truly amazing. And as we all can see, he's been able to turn that into something great, spectacular. And the great thing about it, he's really just getting started. I think this guy's going to have a long career. He's going to continue to get better because of his work ethic. And I'm excited to see what the future brings for him.
And Vernon, I wanted to ask you about the star of the show in DC right now, if you've watched a lot of the games so far. But as a pass catcher, what do you think about Jayden Daniels and what he's done so far in the NFL? And how do you see his career kind of playing out in this league?
Yeah, Jayden Daniels is a football player. His instincts, everything about it. I mean, you heard the story about him and beating everyone in the facility. I think that's a testament to who he is and what he represents. That's why if we go back and look at his college career, some of the things that he's been able to do, you're like, wow, how did he do that? I mean, his ability to place the ball in the receiver's hands is pinpoint. The way he's running the ball, you know, he's a football player, and he has great instincts for the game, and that's why I truly believe that he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. But just like Terry McLaurin, Jayden Daniels is just getting started.
So two-part question for you, because I think in my personal opinion, you're one of the most freakish athletes to ever come out of college into the NFL. But at the time when you came into the league, the usage of the tight end wasn't as flex as it is today with the guys like a Travis Kelce, Sam Laporta, even George Kittle. Do you watch the game sometimes and say, damn, I wish I was born a little bit later in life to get this opportunity to be flexed out more? And how do you keep yourself around the game with like the newer age tight ends? I know that Greg Olsen, George Kittle, and Travis Kelce have like this tight end U. Have you participated in any of those camps that they've put together?
No, I've not been to the tight end U. I've been thinking about going down, but it's all predicated on time. And I know I've been busy with making movies. I just had a movie come out called 72 Hours. My life has been surrounded with entertainment. So any chance that I get, I try to involve myself in the game of football in some kind of way. right now, my son, he's in 11th grade. He's getting offers from University of Maryland, Marshall, and so on. So I've been living vicariously through him.
Vernon, real quick, who's faster?
Between who?
You and your 11th grader.
Oh, come on, man. He'll never be able to beat me.
So I guess for me, before we get into current day, Vernon, what's like your all-time favorite memory? Just, I mean, it's a lot. You got a lot of years to think about, but if I were to say what comes to mind in terms of your favorite memory as a professional NFL tight end, what moment was that for you, and why did it stand out?
I think my favorite memory as a football player throughout my career will probably be, I'm going to have to say, I have so many memories, man, but the one memory that I do have is probably the late Larry Allen, strongest man in the NFL. I got to know he was, it's something I laugh at. It's so funny, and it brings back so many memories now that, especially now that he's gone. I can hold that close to me because moments like that is the moments we need to cherish. The altercation that we got into brought us closer, actually. But as he was approaching me to question me, I thought I was about to swallow my tongue, man. I was like, this guy's about to 300, almost 400 pounds, strongest man in the NFL, about to walk up on me at 245 pounds. But that's a great memory that I can hold with me, man. And, just having that experience with Larry, that I'll keep close to me for the rest of my life. But that's something I always remember.
So, knowing you are in the entertainment industry, you mentioned 72 Hours, your latest film that has been, I believe it was released November 2nd, right? Or November 1st, beginning of November. It's out now for those who are interested. Christian Sesma's crime pick. You have a couple other things coming out as well that's on the way. Please Don't Feed the Children. It's coming out as well. But what ultimately led you to the entertainment industry, and at what point were you convinced, like, when my career is over, this is exactly what I want to do?
I was convinced maybe year 10 of my 14-year career. I was convinced that I wanted to do this. I was like, I want to get into the entertainment space. After playing football for so long, sometimes it can become draining. It can become just something that you want to get away from a little bit. And for me, I've always wanted to, not always, but I felt the love and a passion for being an artist, whether it was painting, dancing, being an actor, improv, all of those things. And when I was done, I wrote right into it. I had a script that I wanted to turn into a movie. So I did. And after that, I got other opportunities, and they just kept coming. And it's been a great journey.
Yeah, over 40 projects that you are credited with. Morgan Freeman, fellas. Bruce Willis, Luke Wilson, some common names. My man Dre said he wanted to get into acting, so I know you don't mind. You don't mind hooking him up,
too, Vernon.
Okay, but what's one of your favorite? I mean, obviously 40 projects is like I mentioned, you've been credited with, but like, what's kind of your favorite roles to be a part of? Is it something in particular that you're drawn to, or do you have the versatility, that you can play a wide range, of characters?
Well, I feel like if you put in the preparation and you know exactly, not exactly what you're doing, but if you know the preparation of creating a character and becoming that character, right? You can play anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is, because you're putting in the work. You know how to break down the script. You know how to create backstories. You know how to paraphrase and come up with your emotional statements and things of that nature. this is all stuff you learn from just studying, right? But if you could do that, you could play anything.
Hey, Vernon, so far, go ahead, AJ.
So with that being said, like, who are some actors or actresses that you've studied to get yourself in this situation and continue to build your portfolio as, you know, a athlete turned actor? You know, sometimes you guys are discredited as if you are only you don't have no versatility, you're just one-sided in life. But who are some of those individuals you studied to get to this point and continue to admire from afar?
Denzel Washington is someone I always look at. I watch every single movie of Denzel's, and I look for the little things that he might do, like his behavior. How's he behaving in a particular scene? Because that's very important. A wise man once told me, he said, there's 1,000, in every action, there's 1,000 little actions. You could be walking down the street, but you're not going to just walk straight. You're going to be looking around. You might look at your phone or go into your pocket. There's a lot of different things you'll do while you're walking. So I always keep that in mind. But yeah, Denzel Washington is one that I always look at. But vulnerability is very important when you're an actor. If you're vulnerable, that's taking chances, not being afraid. Right? That's very important.
And Vernon, let me ask you, as someone that wants to get familiar with your work, if someone were to ask you one project that you've completed in the entertainment industry so far to this date that you are most proud of and that you could really hype, and the first one that would come to your mind, which one of your projects would you name?
I would say probably Ritual Killer with Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Fellas, it's been good, Vernon. I want to give you the floor. One last anything and everything that you got going on right now. As we mentioned, 72 hours is out. Please don't feed the children. Is on the way. Anything that we left off the board that you want to just make sure that is kind of recognized before we get up out of here. And thank you for your time, of course.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Maybe my book Playing Ball that came out 2 months ago.
Okay, and we can find that on all platforms or anywhere where you can
platforms, Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
Okay, boom, there it is. Hey, fellas, Vernon Davis on the Trap or Die podcast. Until next time, man. Peace.